Hello, Kim here. This is Lunar Rhythm Yoga, and this is your Pranayama practice, or the second part of your weekly practice for this week, for stillness and stilling the mind. And this week we are examining our relationship to time, where we give ourselves enough time and where we don't. And in doing this, with this particular practice today, we are going to give time for breathing. So we have a practice called Deergha Swasam Pranayama today. And this is a 3-part breath where we are breathing fully all the way down into the abdomen and then into the chest and into the ribs. And you can sort of think of this as like learning how to breathe again and learning how to properly utilize your full breath capacity and giving the time that's necessary to really breathe deeply. And this should have an immediate calming effect on your nervous system, as you are signaling to your body that it's okay to relax, it's okay to slow down and to take time. So we can begin here. You can settle into your position of choice, and I recommend you sit for this practice. If you need to lie down, that's also okay, but if you can, try to stay seated either on a chair or on a cushion or on the ground with a tall spine here. And if you're on the ground or on a cushion, you can cross your legs. And when you feel you're comfortable, you can close your eyes and begin to breathe naturally, just allowing the body to relax and the mind to quiet down as we transition into our meditative mindset. Begin to relax the muscles in the face, releasing your jaw, relaxing all around your eyes, and continuing to just breathe naturally without shaping the breath at all, but place one hand on your belly and one hand over your heart. And just begin to notice the physical sensations of your breathing. Noticing the gentle rise and fall of your breath. And noticing where your breath naturally goes. For most people, it tends to be in the chest when we are not really breathing consciously. This is the most common place where we breathe. When we breathe into the chest primarily here, we are only getting about 50% of our full breath capacity. So with Deergha Swasam, which is a 3-part breath, we are going to try and shift this from the chest, or expand it rather, all the way down into the belly, through the rib cage and the chest, and even into the neck. So we're going to move slowly here, but you can begin to bring your awareness of the breath down into your abdomen and into your stomach, and see if on your inhale you can consciously breathe first in to your stomach, letting it expand, feeling your hand slowly rise, And then as you continue the inhale, send the breath into your rib cage, expanding there, and then bringing it all the way finally into your chest. And at the end of your inhale, you can almost feel your chest sort of slightly lifting. And when you exhale, then see if you can reverse the order. So releasing from the top down, releasing in the chest first, relaxing here, letting the air come out. And then the rib cage. And then last is your abdomen, your stomach. And at the end of your exhale, your stomach can slightly pull inwards as you kind of push out all of the air. So there's actually a lot going on in one single breath here for this Deergha Swasam practice, and can give yourself plenty of time here to get used to it. It might not feel natural at first. If you feel that it's forced, then just reduce the time that it takes. You can move at your own pace, and it doesn't need to be so slow at the beginning, but you can slow it down over time as you get used to it and begin to expand your own capacity for breathing. So you can continue here, filling from the bottom up from your torso, beginning in the belly as you breathe in, expanding and lifting at the same time. And when you exhale, then release from the top down. Trying to stay with the breath here. Effortless breathing. You might notice that there's a sort of wave-like movement of the breath along the front side of your body. You can use this visualization if you'd like as you're doing the three-part breath, letting the wave come into your belly, rib cage, and chest, and then releasing from the chest, rib cage, and belly. Finding your own pace and your own rhythm. And you can continue here for a couple of minutes. Always coming back to the breath if your mind starts to wander away. And from here, we're going to begin to count the number of counts that it takes to breathe on the inhale and on the exhale. So this is going to be done without needing to change at all the length of your inhale or exhale, but just counting to be aware of how long each one takes. So on your next breath, just counting in your head and noticing whether your inhale or your exhale is longer. And whichever part of your breath is longer, see if you can match the other part. For example, if your exhale is naturally longer than the inhale and lasts for about 5 counts, see if you can match your inhale also to 5 counts. And again here, we don't want to force it, so if you find that this is causing you distress at all for any reason, then you can reduce the number of counts. You shouldn't need to strain. Let yourself be comfortable and see if you can establish equal breathing on the inhale and on the exhale. Still staying with the 3-part breath. And once you've found a rhythm that works for you, you can continue here for the last few minutes, continuing to count in your head as you breathe from the belly into the rib cage and chest, and release from the top down. And from here, you can let go of the counting now. And just let your breath be normal as we transition back out of our practice for today. Gently opening your eyes and thanking yourself for taking the time to breathe and to practice today. Namaste.